What's up, guys? This is Theo here, coming to you live with another JavaScript coding tutorial. So we're going to move on to CodeCademy's JavaScript course. So let me sign in here for you guys, and we will do part 1 in this video, and then we'll just go from there. Let me see. I think it's this. Make sure I have like a million freaking logins. Why is it not letting me go in? Okay, here we go. Let's see. We're gonna go to JavaScript, which is right here, and we're gonna start over from part 1. So I'm gonna click Introduction to JavaScript, Getting Started with Programming, Time to Become a Coding Champ. So let's check that out, and let's reset all of our code. And this lesson has approximately 28. So let's see if we can knock this out. So you know my style. I'm just going to go off the instructions. So just write your name within quotes like this. So just going to say Theodore is my name. I'm going to save and submit. See that this is the console right here. This is the output. That's why I say console. It's logging. Console.log. It's logging your output. And here's your script file. So the browser's going to run that. And this is where it's going to output it. So, and again, you know, if I'm going too fast, just slow down the video. Let's reset this code. And so it wants us to output the length. So here we're going to write our name. So we're just going to say Theodore. And then this is a string, so a collection of characters within quotes. And on it, it has a property or a function, a list of instructions called length. And this just says, okay, interpreter, go ahead and create a counter and go through all of these indexes, all of these characters in our string, and add them up, and then give me that number, which is the length. That's what that does behind the scenes. We can save, and then we get 8. Cool. So add any two numbers, like 3 and 4. So let's just reset this, and let's just add 12 plus 12, and we should expect to see 24. There it is. And similarly, we could also do 12 or 14 or 12 minus 12, and now we should see 0 on the second line. Let me go back just so I can show you guys. And 12 plus 12, and we can also see 14 minus 12. Let me save this. Well, I guess it's only going to show the first line, but let me take that away. And let's just see, save. Well, yeah, okay. I can't show it to you because it wants me to add. But later on, we'll see that. So next, we're going to look at multiplication and division. So we're going to do 12 times 2. We should expect to see 24. There we go. Let's move on. Now we're going to try and get an error. So here we just have give me an error. So the reason this is an error is because, like I said, it's not a string, it's enclosed within quotes. So this won't produce an error, but making it literal, which means the interpreter doesn't understand what this is, we'll say syntax error, unexpected identifier, which usually means that you haven't closed off a parentheses, a bracket, whatever, or you're passing it an object. So cool. And give you a reference error. Cool. Let's see. Does it let me go on? Okay, give me an error. And then we should be able to just give it a string. If you don't use quotes. Okay. An error. And we'll just put eggplant. There we go. Eggplant is not defined, right? Because it doesn't understand what this is. But if we were to say var eggplant equals 5, and we just say eggplant, sorry about that, and we click save and submit, it'll tell me 5. So that's why. We have not defined, we have not assigned the variable there. So you can read more about this. This is comments, and let's take this out. So here, these are comments. If I uncomment them, you can see the syntax, the highlighting color changes. We're going to keep them like that, and then we're going to find the length of the word cake. So we can store cake in a variable called word. I'll just say cake, and then we can say word.length, and then let's run that. We get 4. Okay, so that's right, but it looks like it wants us to do it all in one line, which probably reduces redundancy. Cake.length. 4, and I just want to show you guys, like, the syntax highlighting is really smart. Length. So the minute we get to the H, changes color because it knows that this is a property, an instruction on this string. So let's move on. So this just says what we're learning it for, what we can use JavaScript for, making websites, apps and games, access information, organizing and presenting data. Okay, cool. So this is confirm. This will alert a box in the browser. We'll learn more about that later. Write your own message that you want the user to confirm. So the way we do that, we say confirm you like chocolate. And then we'll close it off. Oh, see this box? You like chocolate? Okay, I do. True. So if you hit OK, it'll say true. If not, it'll say false. So let's start the next lesson. And what do we want to do? We want to use prompt. Prompt is used to ask a question, like what is your name? So we can say prompt, what is your name? And now we can go here and store it in this variable Theo, right? And now it'll take this and print it to the console. Cool. All right. Different data types, numbers, strings. So we want to write a string with at least 3 words. Say hello there world. And we want to find the length of it, so we'll say dot length. And we get 17. So if we count it here, we'll say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. But it starts from 0, so this would actually be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, so that's right. Let's move on. Booleans, these are true and false expressions. So what we'll do is we'll write a string, which is going to be a sentence. I'm coding like a champ. We'll get the length, and we'll compare if the string's length, if it's greater than 10. So if it's greater than 10, it'll say true. If not, it'll say false. It's going to say true. But if we were to come in here and say 100, and we submit this, it'll say false. So cool. All this is doing is evaluating this expression and returning true and false based off the answer. Now we use console.log. We've been seeing that you can log things out to here, the output. So let's try it out. Let's reset this code. And we want to paste in these 2 expressions. This is going to paste out 10 and hello. So 10 and hello, cool. Let's move on. So here are the comparison operators that you've probably learned in algebra. The only difference is this triple equals, which we'll see later, but it compares type, and it also compares value, so quality and type, which is pretty awesome. So we're going to go through all of these and make all the 4 statements correct. So 15 greater than 4, okay, so that's true. And let's look at these. Dot length is greater than 22, no, is less than. This word is less than 122 characters. Length is greater than 8, yes it is. And 8 times 2 is triple equal to 16. Let's make sure that works, so we should get 4 trues back. Cool. Now we'll look at conditionals, which are just if-then statements. So we want to add a condition so that this runs, and we want to print out a string, hello world. And so we're going to say if 4 plus 4 equals 8, then run this, get hello world. So that's why that worked. It's evaluating this condition. If this is indeed correct, this will be replaced by true, and if this is true, this condition will run. Okay, next up, what we have is fill in a condition that will evaluate to false. We'll just say if 4 plus 4 is, if 4 is greater than 5, or 4 is not equal to 5, something like that. So if false, let's see, what's another good one that we can use? I don't really like that one though. We'll just say, yeah, we'll do that. And then else console.log true. And then let's run that. So it's saying, it's looking at this, and this is a false value. We can also use triple equals there. We can run that again. Cool. And that's what we get. But if we were to change this, we would get this true. So let's move on. And what we want to do here is we want to paste in this if condition, and all we want to do is, if your condition is true, use console.log to print the condition is true. Otherwise, console.log the condition is false. So we'll say if 4 plus 4 equals 8, console.log the condition is true. And then we're going to go inside this else bracket, and then we're just going to console.log the condition is false. And then let me save and submit this code. Your condition evaluated true, should evaluate to false. Sorry, let me do that. Not equal to 8. Okay. Or if it's not, if it's false, then do that. If condition is true, use. Okay, so I guess I messed these on. Condition is false. Condition is true. Let me go back and change these, and we should get your condition evaluated to true. It should evaluate to false. Okay. So now what we're gonna do here is any mistakes in this code, find them and fix them. We're debugging. So here the problem is if 10 is equal to 10. Remember, one equal sign assigns. This is saying 10 assigned to 10. So this is like if we had a variable here called a. And now if we say if assign a equal 10, well, that's just an assignment. That's always going to be true. So instead what we have to do here is change this. We have the 10. We do triple or double equals. We'll say if 10 is equal to 10. And move the, oh, my bad. 10 is equal to 10. And now you got a true. Cool. Let's move on. Looking at more conditionals. So this is saying if 12 divided by 4, which is 3, is equal to ra.length, confirm, will this run the first block, else confirm, or the second block. So it looks like will this run the first block, because this is indeed equal to the length of this string. Okay, cool. And let me undo all that. So complete the missing bits of code to construct the if-else statement, make the condition evaluate to true. So if 12 divided by 4, else, finish the else statement. Let's see. Let's run the first block. Make sure your if-else statement evaluates to true. Is equal to, what is it saying? Reset code. What is it? If, oh, so we need to fill it out. We need to say if John.length times 2 divisible by, okay, so this is going to be 3. It's going to be 3. 3 times 2, 6, divided by 3 is equal to 2. Else, we're going to fill out our else condition. Console.log equals error. This is just some simple debugging. Let's make sure this runs. Cool. And the answer indeed makes sense since we've now completed this conditional. Now, let's reset that, and we're going to look at modulo. Modulo basically gives you the remainder of something, so let's try this out. We're going to console.log 14 to print the remainder of the following equation. So we're going to do 14 divisible by 3 remainder, and then let me just, I don't really want to write that so many times, so we'll just do 99 and 8 and 11 and 3 and see what we get. So now we get a remainder 2, that makes sense, a remainder 3 and a remainder 2. So just to see this, 3 goes into 11 3 times with a remainder of 2 left over. So cool. Let's start the next lesson. Let me reset this code, and let's get the if-else statement to display. The first number is even. Edit line 5 by adding a comparison that evaluates to true. So we'll say if 5 plus 5 is equal to 10. Clean that up, and let's save and submit. You have to use the modulo. Oh, okay, so we'll say if 9 modulo 2, what would we get? 2 we would get is equal to, 2 goes into 9 4 times with a remainder of 1. That should work. So then we get the first number is even. Cool. And Now what we want to get is the substring. Substring is just a method that lets you sort of slice off little chunks of your string. So what we want to do, find the 4th up to and including the 7th letter of the string wonderful day. So we're going to create our string right here. And we're going to say dot substring. See how the syntax highlighting changed. So we want from the 4th, so it's going to start at, so it's going to start from 4, and then we want 7. Let me make sure this works. 4 and 7. Remember that the 4th letter starts at position 3. Oh, right. So it starts at the position after. Then it'll probably end at 6 instead of, so 7. Yeah, you got to look at the syntax on it, but basically it'll start at the position after. So it'll say that's 0, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3. It's going to start at 3 right here, and then 4, 5, 6. Right, so it's going to say this is 4, that's 5, that's 6, that's 7. And that's what we want. So you're going to start at one position earlier than you want, and then end it right at the position you want. Next up, we're going to use console.log to print out the following substrings. So we're going to do console.log jan.substring, and then what do we want? January. Just clean that up, and we want 0 to what do we want? 2. Let me make sure we get that right. You didn't select the right. 0 to 3. Sorry. 0 to 3, we got that, and now we want to get Melbourne. So we're going to say Melbourne is great, and then we're going to grab its substring. In this case, we're going to say, what do we want? We want Melbourne is, we're going to do 0 all the way up to 0, 1, 2, 3. All right, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we can do 8. Let me make sure that works for us. Melbourne, 9. See, I'm messing up all over the place. 0 to 9. Select the right. Oh, Melbourne is, sorry. 0 to 12, maybe? Melbourne is. And then we want hamburgers. So we'll say console.log hamburgers dot substring again, and that's our method, and we're going to say 0 to, or not 0, so we're going to do 0, 1, 2, 3 up till, I bet we can do this, I bet we can, just sort of a trick, guys, we can do hamburgers dot length -1, and that should work. You didn't select the right, oh right, I want the length, not the last one. So this, you see I did a little trick there, I just grabbed the string and I grabbed its length, which will return to me back the very last element, which is pretty cool. So variables, create a variable called my age and type in your age. So we'll just say var my age, say 23, that's how old I am, and then we're going to log it out to the console. We get 23, cool. Let me go through these again. Follow the instructions in the comments. Okay, so declare a variable on line 3 called my country. And set it equal to USA, that's where I'm from. And then we'll print out the length of it. So we'll say my country dot length, and then print out the first 3 letters of my country. So we'll say my country dot substring. I'll say 0 to 3, and now we should get it. Oh my bad, missing a parentheses right there. 0 to 3, 3 in USA. Cool. Change the values. So what we're going to do is follow the instructions again. So we're going to say var my name equals Theo. Print out the name value. We're going to print out the first 2 letters of my name. So we're going to say my name substring 0 to 2, and then we're going to print out my name. Change the value of my name. So we're going to say, oh, that's what we want to do. We just want to alter it, and then we print it out now, and get rid of that. And now we've sliced off these last 2 letters, and that's what we get. And I think, let's see, how much more do we have? We have 2 more. What we want to do now is create a variable called my color. The string value is say blue, and then we want to print the length of it. Just some more practice, I guess. My color dot length. And let's print it out. and get 4. Cool. And the last one in this lesson, we're going to write our if statement. So we're just going to do if 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. What we want to do, we just want to log out to the console. True. Else, close that off real quick. We'll do console.log false. Very simple. Let's submit that. Looks like he didn't log the correct string. Oh, sorry. We log. Okay. It looks like it wants us to log out that specific string, and let me close that. Congratulations, you finished your course. Cool, guys. Our next one is going to be Code Your Own Adventure. Let's create your very own code, your own adventure game. So that's it for our first lesson is done getting started with programming. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, give it a thumbs up. Sorry it's been a while. I was on vacation in Iceland. So yeah, guys, but pretty close to 100 subscribers. When we get 100 subscribers, I'm gonna do probably like a 5 or 6 hour video of live coding, how to build out a mean stack application, probably with Angular 1, but really anything you guys want to see. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Sorry if I rambled on. Always appreciate the feedback, and please subscribe, support the channel. Thanks. Have a great day. Let me close this down for you guys, and yeah, guys, see you later.